Hey everyone! Today I wanted to talk about the pros and cons of having more than one child. And today was probably a really good day to do it because it's been rough. Sometimes having more than one child is really nice and there's a lot of things you can do with them and they entertain themselves. So huge pros. If you have more than one child, then there's another friend to play with at all times. And that relieves you from having to play all the time, as well as it helps them socially be able to learn how to play with kids. I think that's a huge thing that needs to happen. Some people think that an only child is like the way to go, and yeah, that might be for different situations, but for the most part, kids need to learn how to play with kids, and they don't have to, they need that development. So that's a huge pro to having more than one child. A con is there's that much more noise and fighting and yelling and crying and attention that you need to put on someone else, which is rough. This morning, my little girl, she's a year old, she wanted to get in the garbage can. Because I wouldn't let her get in the garbage can, I was like crying and screaming while the other two are fighting. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is craziness. But having more than one child really does help. It also helps with the younger children because the older children help get diapers or help do dishes or vacuuming, and they learn how to be more responsible. I think my oldest child, it took her a while to realize that she wasn't the only child. With my second child, he was able to adapt easier because he wasn't always an only child. He wasn't never an only child. So having more than one child also makes them less selfish. For a parent, having more than one child is really a good thing in a lot of ways, but there's a lot of hard things. It's more expensive to have more than one child. It's for daycare if you have daycare. I don't do daycare, but that's expensive. Food, clothes, anything, schooling, all of that's going to be more expensive for more than one child. You're always settling fights again, but there are a lot of pros. To go over those again, there's a playmate at all times. It's just fun. Every child adds so many elements to your family. You are teaching your children good skills to be able to deal with other children. I think that like my husband and I have become better people, ultimately, every child we've had. And we've had 3, but looking back, today I was looking back at the times I was a mom with my first baby to now and how much I've grown and learned. And even though I feel like I'm still not very patient, it reminds me that I'm that much more patient with child number 3 than I was with child number 1. So I think it helps you develop Christ-like attributes to become a better person. So there's a couple pros and cons. There's definitely more pros and cons on our website, prosthancons.com. And check out our website, and I'll link it in the bottom below. Make comments about what are your pros and cons to having a bigger family with more than one child. Have a good one. See ya. Bye.